lovely Atlantis Scalar peeps. I hope you are going to have a wonderful week. It's Monday by the time this video is published. Be sure you click on the newsletter subscription because I don't want you to miss any sales and cool new information, etc. No spam, I promise. So I've been getting so much feedback about the microbiome optimization, and I'm going to try to figure a way that I can bundle it as long as we have some of the same frequencies, so it doesn't take me like 10 hours for the one service and another 10 to 14 hours for the microbiome service. So I'm figuring that out, talking to Eric about that. But anyway, here is one testimonial by Barb Rosenfeld. I call her Barbo. I saw that you have been sick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope by now you are feeling better. And I am. Thank you. I wanted to thank you so much for paying for me to have a reading with Michelle Gray. It was very helpful for me. One of the things that Eric says was that I shouldn't get rid of everything that I should get rid of everything that doesn't make me happy. And I've been doing that. Eric said he would help me with everything in my life. A couple of years ago, you did the age reversal service on me. I used to have light hair color my whole life. Then my hair had started turning gray, and now my hair is turning black. I can't believe it. Also, I've had some of the other services done since I haven't had a lot of manifestation happening in my life. So she got some more. We were looking for a condo for months, and we could never find the one that was right for us. And then all of a sudden, we found the perfect one. It has a great location. A woman who my sister went to school with, who is now my best friend and lives across the street, and more things. I feel like this condo just dropped from the sky. Here are other things that have manifested for me. The perfect backpack I've been looking for forever. That's like a perfect pair of jeans, man. The perfect sun hat, the perfect massage pad, and best of all, my new career. I am studying to become an ADHD life coach with the best coach in the world. She is known all over the world, and she has written many books and has lectured all over the world. There are 17 people in my class from all over the world. We have Zoom classes for almost 2 hours every Tuesday and Thursday. We have a lot of homework and many books to read. I love it all. I love my life, and I am still in so much pain all over my body. We'll work on that. And I'm learning to live with it. I am so grateful to you and Eric and to Michelle. I love you, and tell Eric that I love him too. I think he knows. So that's cool. I can't remember what services she got. Of course, age reversal, probably the main service is probably what opened up portals to abundance for her. She probably could benefit by the microbiome optimization for her pain, etc., or the pain relief service. But anyway, but yeah, maybe she'll get better over time. All right. Also, I want to touch you about a little problem I've got. I have, and you guys know this because many of you have noticed that it's, oh, just wait and see if this service works. Give us some more time. I don't want you to spend this kind of money, or wait, maybe there's going to be a sale, I keep talking people out of services, and that is me because I can't stand spending other people's money. I had the same problem as a physician. I had a hard time charging people, and you have to make a living. But so it's my problem, not yours. I'm working on it. But when I say wait 3 months for this, you don't have to wait. I just want to save you some money, if possible, if you can be patient. And because again, I just don't like spending your money. Hate it. All right, so let's do a bedtime story. Also, I want to remind you, you guys who have had the autism service relief for loved ones, etc., and have wonderful results, feel free to share that, your story on some of these autism groups on Facebook. And of course, with the magnificent, microbiome optimization results, especially now that we added the brain microbiome, share to those diseases on the microbiome list of diseases that are linked to gut dysbiosis. Share that to groups like the diabetes groups, or the pain group, or the schizophrenia groups, etc. Because now we know that schizophrenia is related to gut dysbiosis. So share the wealth so that you can help other people. And if you have trouble talking about it, just remember it's all physics. Downplay the woo-woo part if necessary. I don't Eric doesn't care. Okay. I'm just telling you, he just wants to help people. All right. Back to this book, My Life After Death. After I finished my goodbyes to my family in Houston, I thought about my mom's father, Poppy, because he was the one who didn't believe in any of this life after death shit I was experiencing. And he's old. He should have died a long time ago. Hallelujah. Yes. Amen. And I didn't want him to die thinking there was nothing after death. Nobody else was going to bring it up to him. So why not put it right into his fucking lap? I wanted to show him that there is a life or a consciousness or whatever you want to call it after you die, even though I was still a very young spirit and didn't fully understand how all that shit worked yet. So I showed up at his house. I simply thought about him, and there I was. He was in a chair in his living room. I stood in front of him, and he didn't see me. I stood there longer, and he still didn't see me. So I turned myself into the age when he remembered me best when I was little. He saw me. He reacted first with horror, fear, and confusion. I could feel those emotions rolling off of him in waves. He was thinking, have I lost my mind? This can't be real. Am I dying? Am I dying? So this is really interesting because this is how my whole journey started. My father, who, when I called screaming that Eric had died, his words of comfort, well, sorry, he's going to turn to dust. He was a militant atheist. He really was. And so, and you guys have heard this story many times, I'm sure, but 3 days after Eric's death, he called me about that visitation. He said, Eric was standing right in front of me. He turned into his little boy self and crawled into my lap. I'm so startled. I don't know what to believe. So that's not a kind of guy who would say something, make up something like that to make me feel better. So it happened. It happened. But it went back to being a militant atheist after all. All right, let me see. I knew he couldn't explain it, and I wanted him to really, really know it was real. I wanted Poppy to feel it. I suddenly knew I had to crawl into his lap like I used to when I was a kid. So I did. And I looked into his eyes. I told him that everything was fine and that I loved him. Then I told him goodbye. I touched his face and he watched me. He didn't talk back to me. He made some sounds, though. It was funny to see his reaction, and that fed me even more light, more energy, because I cracked open his mind a little bit. He didn't hug me or anything, but just from seeing his shock, it felt like I had done the right thing. It felt so good. In retrospect, I see that I was helping him face his fears, and I planted that seed in his mind that things don't end at death. Later, he called my mom and told her about the whole experience. True. She knew Poppy was stubborn shit when it came to his beliefs. So that caused the first spark of hope in her that maybe I wasn't gone for good. I mean, fuck, the first words he said to her, he said that. Sorry, at least Derek's going to turn to dust. He had a point. There's pretty much what happens to my physical body after all. But who says that to a grieving mother, man? Anyway, that big, knotted mass of skepticism and doubt started to unwind like a ball of yarn inside both Poppy and Mom for the very first time. I was never an atheist, though. I was just agnostic. Last, I went to see Papa's father, Bestevar. He's in Norway, it was. I sat next to him and put my hand on his leg. He gave me the feeling that he felt me. It's like when you have that sense that you're being watched, but you can't put your finger on why. In him, I felt a sadness that was there even before I died, and even before my grandmother Bestemor died. He carried this sadness around for a long time. From him, I learned that it is important to let go of certain things. Sometimes he didn't do that. He's lost a lot of people in his life, and he got polio when he was a kid, when he was 17. And he's afraid that if he lets go of the grief, he'll lose the memory of that person. I tried to hug him and comfort him. I told him that everything was going to be okay. I really wanted him to know how much I loved and appreciated him, because I didn't get to say that much to him before because there was a language problem. things. And anyway, what kid does? I guess I just wanted both of my grandfathers to know that there's more to the death process than just that, dying. Neither of them believe that there's something greater after death, and it isn't just something sad and to be dreaded. I also knew that I was going to see them on the other side before I saw the rest of my family, and yep, they crossed over. Looking back, I realized I was already helping people when I was saying my goodbyes. That was the beginning of my role as a guide, and that's sweet. With each person I visited, I just got happier and happier. When I finished, I didn't know how to say that. I don't know how to say this. I started to go to get who I was for the first time since that moment in my room with the gun. I started to feel complete. I could look at my relationships with everyone without my brain or body getting in the way. And that pure knowing touched me on a level I didn't even know I had. Wow. And then next, my funeral. That's going to be interesting. All right, so guys, keep bringing in those testimonials. They really fill my heart with joy. Text or video, either way. With a video, you do get a coupon against a Scalar service, so that there's that. But yeah, that makes me feel good. All right, bye. I love you, and happy Valentine's Day.